Good morning, everybody. It's Kim at Uncensored Food here today to make a delicious little chicken dish for you. It comes together super fast and super delicious. And if you're like me and you've spent 5 months alone in your home and your joy comes from feeding your family, I got this for you. Today we're doing a really delicious chicken thigh. I'm going to start with some bone-in, skin-removed chicken thighs. That's my favorite. All the flavor from chicken comes from the dark meat. This is pure heaven. I'm going to start by making a little flour. We're going to dredge this in flour, we're going to fry it, and then we're going to finish it in the oven. I start with a little flour with about a teaspoon of salt in there. To this, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of hot paprika and a whole shit ton of pepper. You know I like me some hot chicken. Mix that all together, whisk it all together, and then all we're gonna do is dredge the chicken in this. And after you dredge it, you're gonna let it sit for 20 minutes or so. Then you're gonna dredge it again. Make sure you do it right. Yeah, I did it right. Oh man, that's spicy good. All right, I've already removed the skin. The bone is in. You know, so much of the flavor from chicken comes from the bone, so don't pull it out. Dredge this in that flour mixture and put it in a plate and walk away from it. Here's me. Debbie sent me beautiful aprons. Shit, I forgot to put it on. Okay. So dredge away and put this aside for at least 20 minutes, and then we're gonna redo it. There's no egg, there's no other liquid, it's just the moisture of the chicken that's gonna hang on to that spicy flour. Okay. Walk away. All right, while you're waiting for this to soak up some of that flour before we dredge it for the second time, I'm gonna take some scallions and just cut them kind of chunky. Include the green part of the scallion. And we're going to do that to 6 or 7 or 8 of them, and we're also going to slice up some baby bellas, some baby mushrooms. And that is going to go into the oven with this delicious chicken. Here's how we do that. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. I'm going to re-dredge the chicken. The cherries are just because I like them and they're delicious. God, they do well. Now's a good time to turn on your stove and get that oil nice and hot. I got about a half a cup of olive oil in there. And as soon as that gets heated up, I'm going to dredge these one at a time, put them in there to give them a nice crisp. So you need it hot. Have another pan ready because everything is going to go into there. And you're going to set the oven to 350 degrees. And you're only going to cook all this for about a half an hour. So, okay guys, we're ready to give this a second dredge in the flour, and it's going to go into a very hot skillet. Those delicious, awesome Meissen pans, M-I-S-E-N. You need to have them. And it's going to go on a hot heat because it's going to brown. It's not going to cook all the way through. It's just going to brown. So give that a second little hit, right? Don't shake too much off. And get that in the pan. Do not crowd your pan. There's plenty of time. There's nothing to do. It's raining. I got nothing. What are you doing today? Go buy some chicken thighs. Make this for the fam. All right. Notice I got the mushrooms and the scallions diced up nicely. Those are going to go in at the end. I've got about 1.5 cups of chicken stock. You need that as well. And I'll set my oven to 350 degrees. I have a cultural question for you. While this is cooking, since I live alone and don't have anyone to chit chat with, I got the TV on and I'm watching Laverne and Shirley. Hilarious show. However, this is the Hollywood one. Who's with me and liked the girls in Milwaukee and didn't like the Hollywood version? Yeah, kind of went down. That's the Jump the Shark. Go back to Milwaukee. Cultural update. As soon as this is over, RuPaul's Drag Race comes on. That's a good show. I can't take the news anymore. I just can't. Oops. Okay, the last three chicken thighs are browning right now, so now we have this much deliciously flavored flour left over. So I've sliced up the mushrooms and the scallions, shove that in the flour, and turn it around, get it nicely covered. This is going to end up making the gravy for our delicious chicken. Oh, here's my problem. It's early yet. I don't know if I can wait even for lunch to eat this. But this is something that I do. I eat dinner food very often early in the day, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. I'm fully sated for the entire day. If I get hungry later, I have a little watermelon. Keeps my weight down, especially on those days when I have to have cake and pasta. Did you see yesterday's video? Don't be mad at me. All right, this is ready to go in the pot as soon as that chicken is done, which it isn't yet. I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, but mushrooms are so full of nutrients and goodness for you. You should be eating them every day. So if I could find a delicious way to eat them, do that. They're really good to keep the cancer away. No cancer. We hate cancer. But wear a mask. Okay, guys. All the chicken is nicely browned. It is not cooked through, but it's got a nice char on it. Now take these veggies and put it in that same oil. We kept all the flour, of course. It's going to make a nice gravy. Slap that around, coat it as best you can, and then we're going to add that 1.5 cups of chicken stock. Feel free to use more if you need more. It's a matter of personal taste. Woo! Here's what's going to happen. This is going to go on top of those browned chickens. It's going to get covered. It's going to go in the oven for about 35 minutes. Then you're done. That's it. This needs more liquid. So throw it in. As you all know, I don't measure a lot. It's all I feel. So 2 cups of chicken stock. Good. That's good enough. Now that goes here. Look at that. So whatever leftover oil was in there is now part of your sauce. The chicken stock, the vegetables, the flour, the paprika. Oh, I gotta work on my wrist strength. All right, cover that. We'll talk in 35 minutes. In the meantime, go do something nice for somebody else today. I'm giving food away. Who wants it? I can't hear you. Well, it's ready. And it smells so good in here. So, here we go, kids. It's cooked for 35 minutes. I wonder if you can see this. Still bubbling beautifully. Oh my God. Heavens to Betsy, as Daddy used to say. Look at that beauty. Delicious, delicious. Now I recommend you make a little rice or some noodles or something. And oh, I'm gonna serve this up. 10 o'clock in the morning here. The flavor is outstanding. Oh, and it's spicy good. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, isn't that sad? That food makes me so happy. Food is everything. Listen, everybody, go out and do something really wonderful for somebody else today. If you're gonna hang at home, RuPaul's Drag Race is coming on. Go watch that. We're gonna serve this up, and I wish you lived here. I wish you lived near me, and you could come over and share some delicious food with me. I call this chicken a la me. I made it up. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Be safe. Wear a mask. This is no joke. Wear a fucking mask. You know I love you, and I want you to be around to eat more food with me soon.